My name is Amy Kazmin, and I'm the New Delhi-based South Asia correspondent for the Financial Times. My impression of the Be Open Made in India exhibition was that it was an amazing collection of absolutely beautiful objects that really showcased India's incredible handicrafts potential and also how traditional forms of craftsmanship could be turned into modern contemporary designs. I thought Anupama Kundu created a stunningly beautiful exhibition space. I've seen what that space has looked like in other exhibitions, and it was utterly transformed and really a light, airy kind of space that really showcased the objects, but was also beautiful to explore and just drew you deeper and deeper in to see all the lovely creations. I hope that many people will come to see the exhibition from all over the world, but I suppose the important thing would be to take the exhibition abroad. Many Indians will clearly come to see the exhibition, but whether international visitors will find their way there, I'm not sure. I think perhaps the Be Open Foundation should consider trying to take the exhibition overseas, where it could really serve as a flagship for highlighting Indian crafts and design to an international audience. I think India is known as a country that has a great crafts tradition, but I think at the same time, India does have some other kind of stigma issues that it needs to overcome to make the international community and international buyers completely comfortable with the idea of India as a craftsmanship production destination. In my travels around Asia, I've also seen many fantastic crafts traditions in Southeast Asia. Particularly, I would consider Thailand, Vietnam, and Burma. Thais are already very plugged into contemporary design and the international market, and you already see the way that they're taking traditional crafts and turning them into products that have a more international appeal. I think Burma is just coming out of decades of isolation. There is a crafts tradition. I don't know to what extent it still survives. If you look historically, you can see amazing things that were produced there. I think hopefully somebody will get in there quickly, try to figure out who still has what knowledge, and try to help show them that there is a market for their products, for their wares, for their skills, and that these are valued. I think Vietnam likewise has an amazing crafts tradition, which again, I think Vietnamese craftspeople are plugging in with international designers and making things of great beauty with appeal to the international market. So I would think these are all areas that could be looked at. I think the mission of Be Open is truly laudable. I think that in a country like India, handicrafts and the artisanship can be a major economic activity and a bringer of prosperity to people. I think I'm a little bit concerned that right now the organization has been focusing on its contacts with sort of the English-speaking designers and maybe not enough with directly the craftspeople themselves, who of course don't speak English typically and who may live in places that aren't so swish and won't be plugged into the international scene. I would like to see Be Open further its mission by trying to work more directly with the craftspeople themselves and helping them to understand how important their skills are, maybe documenting their lives, maybe documenting their traditions, and making them feel that these skills are valued. What I'm concerned about is that the keepers of these skills, if they don't see that these crafts traditions can actually help them to improve their lives and their living standards, and perhaps the designers get all the credit and go global and live a great life, while the people who are actually making the goods kind of toil in fairly difficult conditions, I'm concerned that the next generation may not have any interest in pursuing those crafts traditions, and they might just think, we need to get out of here and live a better life than our parents have lived. So I think an important thing for Be Open Foundation to consider would be how to interact more directly with the craftspeople here, the true keepers of the knowledge, and to understand whether the crafts really are bringing them greater prosperity and improvement, or whether many people would actually hope that their children will abandon this and have better opportunities. I didn't take all the designers' names. I had like 5 minutes to look at the exhibit. I could say the designs were truly amazing. I tend to be a little bit more simple dresser, so some of the fabulous dresses, there There were beautiful applique works. I mean, there were beautiful things. The question is whether I myself could carry off wearing them. I'm not so sure. But there were lovely objects all around, and I would have loved to have lots of them.